Hi everyone, welcome back to Sundays with Sunshine. My name's Kirsten, and this week I'm going to focus on meal planning. I want to be able to give you some tips to make meal planning easier, have everything planned out, keep it in your price point, and make sure that you don't forget things at the store when you go, because that's always the most frustrating thing. When you go to the store, you just get home, you've bought a lot of things, and then you forgot a couple of staples for some meals that you wanted to make for the week. So first, I start by writing out my staples that I get every single week. A lot of these are breakfast items because I tend to eat the same 5 or so things for breakfast, but examples are eggs, milk, oatmeal, berries, sparkling water. I like having those as little treats with my lunch. Different snacks that you buy at the store, tea, coffee, things like that you buy every week because you go through them. I also check my pantry for other staples like chia seeds and peanut butter that I don't need to buy every single week, but I do need to buy, once a month or whatever, because I don't want to go without those, and that's something that I often forget. As far as buying groceries goes, it's usually my partner Daniel and I who are combining to buy groceries together. So that gives you an idea of this list in this video, how much I'm going to buy for a week of both of us eating. As well as I think I'm going to make another video on what I always keep on hand, because those things like chia seeds, peanut butter, different canned fruits and veggies are really important for me to not have stress about if we miss going to the grocery store one day and then we don't have anything. Well, we do have a lot on hand, just in case. I do try to buy fruits and vegetables that are in season. It's kind of hard right now in Montana because it is the beginning of March, so it's still winter here. I'll probably stick to frozen berries today at the store, and sometimes frozen vegetables. I try not to be too picky about what vegetable is going to go with my meal. Like, for example, one of the meals I picked for today is pesto chicken with whole grain noodles and some sort of veggie. I wrote down asparagus, but when I go to the store, I'm just going to look for something that would go well with pesto chicken, because if the asparagus is really expensive, I'm not going to buy it. After I've got my staples on my list, I go ahead and I pick out 4 to 5 dinner or lunch meals that I want to make for the week. This week I chose a lemon and dill Orzo soup recipe. This is vegetarian. A meal of steak and vegetables with brown rice, pesto chicken with whole grain noodles and possibly asparagus, we'll find out, and salmon burgers with sweet potato bun and roasted cauliflower. And now I'm going to show you guys how I get these off of my recipes that I have online. I'm currently working on getting all my recipes to an online format so I can share them with clients. Right now I have about 40 recipes on here, but I'm going to show you guys the lemon and dill Orzo soup one. I'm going to make sure that there's a photo with each one, and they're just very simple recipes. They all can be made in under 30 minutes or less, minus the exception of maybe the enchiladas or maybe a couple other ones. But it tells you the number of servings, the ingredients needed, and kind of where I got the recipe idea from, as well as the steps. So this is super helpful for me. I mean, the reason I made it is for myself, and now I'm really happy to share it with clients and other people. This is where I would come to get the ingredients. So I look here and I just kind of copy all of these down onto my grocery list for this recipe and do it the same for each recipe for this week. I'm really excited to share that meal planning guide with clients because I think it helps a ton when you have a plan going into the week. That's how you stay on track with your goals and feeling good every day. For breakfast, I kind of just choose every single day what I want to eat. Usually it's oatmeal, toast, yogurt, smoothie. Sometimes I'll meal prep some egg bites and freeze them, but for the most part, that's kind of just what I'm feeling, and those items are included in my staples. So after I have all my staples down and I've added all of the ingredients for my recipes, I can make my full entire grocery list. At first, the grocery list is in the order of the ingredients from the recipes, but one thing that has sort of revolutionized my grocery shopping is after I have all of my ingredients and everything written down for my grocery list, I actually go back and rewrite it in the order of the store that I'm going through. This helps me have less stress, anxiety about going through the grocery store and just check off the items as I go past them. Especially over the past couple years where grocery shopping has become a little bit weird with the pandemic, I think that this is super helpful to just get in, get out, get your items, and go about your day. For budget purposes, I also tend to buy most of my grains in the bulk section, or at Costco. They usually have big bags of quinoa and rice and all that. Daniel and I actually just bought a 50-pound bag of oats from a local bakery called Wheat Montana, so we don't really need oats for a long time, but I would normally buy oats from the bulk section. I know Winco has a bulk nut butter dispenser, which is so nice. Almond butter and peanut butter, and they're really good there. So I'd recommend trying those out too. Okay, here is my list for this week. So again, I started kind of with what to buy at the store here. I have it broken down. The starred items are staple items that I get every week, and the meals are in brackets with the other items from that meal. And then what I already have on hand is here. These are all the things that I need to finish making the meals, or some of them are staple items. And then I was just starting over here to rewrite the list in order of the store, and then I'll have my full grocery list ready to go. There's a couple other things that I wanted to mention. When I make a meal, whether I'm using a recipe from online or I'm just making one up, I always try to include a protein, a vegetable, and a grain, hopefully whole grain if possible, with the meal if I can. And I also try to make it colorful with every single meal. And that's just something that ensures that I'm getting all of the macro and micronutrients that I need for each meal. Also, I wanted to say that I will be continually updating those recipes and adding more online, so that's going to be a great resource to check out. These are all foods that I've made before. The photos on them are going to be my photos of the recipes. I'm going to have to remake all of the recipes and take photos of them, so we'll see how long it takes me. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that it helps with your meal planning and prepping, and that you all have a great week. Thank you. Here's my work setup. Ida's been underneath me the whole time looking out her little window into the backyard.